I'm back. I'm sorry, I'm very tired. So, I am back from Las Vegas. It was my first time ever, and if you guys have noticed, I am wearing a Yoshi shirt. Yoshi freaking rules! She is the best character ever, and yes, I did say she, because Yoshi is a she. Hell yeah. I did get this from Las Vegas. My Aunt Kim is freaking awesome! So, quote, this is my first time ever going to Las Vegas. One, the road trip was freaking long. It took about 3.5 hours, and that was actually with us stopping, and everybody else was driving in, and we were actually the first ones at the hotel first, so yeah. And warning, I do live in California, and I had to drive all the way to Nevada. Yeah, I think that's where Las Vegas is. I actually am sorry. I did not learn my states. Yeah, and another thing I got was this bullet thing. My Aunt Kim also got me found on the floor. Look at, it's a bullet. Look, it's a bullet on a keychain, and then hold on. Boom! It's a knife at the same time. Awesome. Some people actually think this is a bad idea for me to have it. So, if you guys do want to see how my trip went, it kind of went a little bit like this. So, that is a very, very, very extremely small part of my family that you actually got to see in the picture. There is actually a lot more of us in there, and every time we went out to lunch or dinner, breakfast, anything, we always had to get a table for 13 and two high chairs because my aunt has twins, and they're so cute. And yeah. I'm sorry, and after the pictures, I do look like a freaking squirrel, because everybody decided to use Flash, and I don't like smiling in pictures at all, so it was, very hard for me, and we had to take, 15 different pictures to get one damn picture, so yeah. And also, the funniest thing was that, I am very socially awkward towards my family. You can actually tell in, quote, this picture. The awkward part is that we're completely separate from each other. So, due to that picture, you can see I am very socially awkward. And so, my time there was awesome. Very awesome. So, we all, about 13-ish of us, came to Vegas. And a lot of things happened. A lot of things. Okay, let's start out for one. My family, when they get drunk, it's like they're all the same drunks. And it's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. First, my mom kept laughing at absolutely nothing. And then, and Kim, she was flipping waiters off. Two, she was throwing lemons on the floor because my Nana did not want lemon in her water, so she threw it at people. Three, she told me I should just be lesbian because boys are douchebags. Because somehow the situation of my boyfriend got brought up again. Yeah. My grandma Faye, she's an old elder woman, but she acts like she's 43. And then parties like she is 27. So, haha, you can imagine me. And I actually was in the room with all of them. Ha 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 ha. 5 people in one room with a 2-bed. Yep, you should imagine my day. What happened was, basically, I slept on the floor, which was, my bed was actually a towel, and you know those long foot things you get at the end of the bed? Yeah, we folded those up and laid them over the towel. So for cushioning, it did nothing. A pillow and two blankets because I slept right near the air vent and it was freezing cold because everybody wanted it cold when it was hot and I was freezing cold and I was like, turn the heat up. And no one did. So everybody got their own beds. My mom and my Nana, which is my mom's mom, were in the same bed. And then my Aunt Kim and my Grandma Faye were in the other bed. And I was on the floor like, hi! And it was funny, because, again, they were all drunk all the time. They would be drunk the whole night. They would get drunk around, 4 or 5, and then completely be drunk, and I would be the only one sober. And by the morning, they're all completely sober, and then repeat the process again. I'm like, okay, then. That happened in our room. Our room was probably the funnest room ever, because my Aunt Kim, she loves Farmville. Everybody in that room loves Farmville. And my aunt, she kept playing Farmville at 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning type of thing. Or 10 o'clock at night. And she kept having just playing her game, and you could just hear the chickens going off over and over and over again. And it was hilarious because my Aunt Cam and my grandma, they were sleeping in the same bed, and they both fell asleep super early and easily are able to sleep. And so my Grandma Faye and my Aunt Kim do not like to turn their phones off, because we imagine my weekend. Just chickens and cows and bing, bing, bing of harvesting going off in the middle of the night. And we actually had to get their phones and shut them completely off. And I think eventually we did actually end up taking the battery off, because somehow the phones like to turn back on. Eventually, the last night we stayed, it was, oh god. It was hilarious, because me and my cousins, we all went and we watched Monsters University, and the ticket guy at the counter felt bad for me because my Mackenzie and Alexis, my two cousins, they went and paid for their tickets first, and then I was right behind them. And so when I went to go get my tickets, they were already off to the snack bar. And the first thing I hear from the guy is, I'm sorry, and I hope you feel better. And I'm just like, what do you mean? And he was like, they just ditched you. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm kind of used to it, so yeah. Yeah. Finally somebody understands! Okay, so then I got my ticket, and then we ran off to the movie, and we saw the movie, and it was freaking adorable! And my uncle JR actually thought we were crazy for watching a kid's movie. I'm like, what? All the other movies are rated R. Do you want us cursing anymore? And I'm actually the person that actually curses the most in the family. I'm sorry, I have a bad cursing problem. So that was that, and after we watched the movie, we left, and they went to their room and I went to my room. And so let's look at it this way. My family, their family, my aunt, my uncle, and my cousins were in a different room with their little happy family, and they all went to bed, and I was in the room alone. Awesomeness. Yep, I was in the room alone. And you imagine me completely wiling out and jumping everywhere and being like, whoa, awesomeness, and blasting music everywhere so everybody can hear me alone in my room. And yeah, no. I'm actually socially awkward with my own self, so I was kind of doing this the whole time. Are they coming? Yeah, I think I should clean up before they get home. Yep, that was me. Waiting for them. I got home at about 11:30ish, and they got home at 3 a.m. in the morning. I actually ended up cleaning the whole entire room because I was that bored. I did listen to music, but I had it at like very low because I didn't want anybody to know I was home. I was there alone. Oh my god, I can't believe I just called it my home. It felt like it. And I did get to try really awesome things. For one, you people do know I am in love with seafood. It is probably the only food I do ever eat if I do eat. And yeah, I have not tried an oyster until that day. I saw the oysters there, and I thought, oh, I should try one. But I've also seen those trippy videos where people like choke on oysters, so I was like a little nervous about it. And then I've heard from a lot of people that it's really, really gross. And knowing me, I care too freaking much, and I care about what they think or what they say, so I did not believe them. I did mention that I saw the oyster, and my uncle JR, sorry, I forgot his name. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? My uncle JR got me an oyster, and it was delicious. It was really awesome. Got it for me, and I'm like, oh, cool, oyster. And he was like, it's for you. I'm like, wait, what do you mean it's for me? I did eventually try it. It was delicious. Actually, first, like, you know how you're just supposed to, like, dip it in your mouth and then swallow? I did not do that. I actually, like, took nibbles of it because I was scared to eat it. I, like, drained the juice and poured it on my napkin. Eventually did nibble, and then eventually, and you people do eat seafood. You do know that they're in seafood in general. It's not like regular chicken, beef, or whatever. There is pieces of poop and guts and organs still inside them. So you do eventually rip them off, or if you're weird and crazy, and you just eat the crap. For one, I do not eat it, so I actually ripped that one piece of poop. So, and I actually know that's like mainly the reason why people get food poisoning from food. So, I actually did not get food poisoning! Yay! Because I ripped that part off, and then I eventually, like, there's like half of it left, so I swallowed it. I wanted and then I wanted like 5 more. I didn't, because I wanted carrot cake too much. So, I needed room. And yeah, my cousin, she thought I was bulimic. Cause, it scared the crap out of me when she said this. Cause, for one, when she first saw me, because she hasn't seen me in a while, she said I looked really tiny. And then when we went to this dinner, she was like, I hope you don't get food poisoning. I'm like, oh, well, if I do, I'm used to throwing up anyway. So that triggered what? Everybody went dead silent and stared at me as she said, are you bulimic? And I was like, no, wait, please, me, bulimic, no. I actually did have to cover up that story and say, I'm just used to being sick, because I actually do get food poisoning kind of easily, and I had food poisoning not too long ago, so that was my story of it. And I'm not bulimic, for you people that wonder. But that was my trip to Vegas, and I'm actually moving my camera way too much. My roof. So yeah. So if you did like that video, please rate, comment, and subscribe. I love you all. Meow.